I have makeup on. I have makeup on. You gotta mess up my makeup. Say hi to the camera. Ooh, your breath smell like. 'Cause I'm beautiful. You're beautiful. Yeah. When I'm with you, no question that this girl's too hating. 'Cause I'm beautiful. Alright, so let's get straight into the story of how I almost got scammed. Well, I did get scammed by a dog seller. Someone looking to rehome this cute little puppy. So it all started on a Facebook group. If you know, you know. So I'm contacting this lady on Facebook. She says she's trying to get rid of this dog because she's moving out of town and she can't take the dog with her. She's selling this cute little Yorkie for $200. Cool. So I'm texting her, I let her know I'm interested and that I would like to come and meet the dog. And she says, oh, okay, well, I have other people who are also interested, which is fair because it's a cute dog and you're only selling him for $200. So she was like, okay, I'm gonna send you some pictures so you can see what he looks like, his size. This is what his mom looks like, this is what his dad looked like, and all that stuff. And I was so excited. I got to telling my friend, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be purchasing this dog and stuff like that. And she was like, okay, well, if you're purchasing for someone, ask these questions. So I'm asking her all this, and she's like, oh yeah, it comes with everything. He's already registered. He comes with papers. He comes with everything. So we're talking. I'm like, cool, I'm gonna have a dog. I'm getting ready to go buy puppy pads and a cage. Like I need for a dog, a leash, food, water, all that stuff. And then so she hits me like 10 o'clock at night and she's like, oh, well, you can't come get the dog right now. You're gonna have to come get him in the morning. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. So I'm trying to figure out what time works for me and her in the morning. And she's like, well, if you want me to hold the dog for you, I'm gonna have to charge you $50, like a deposit. Okay, I was very desperate for this dog, y'all. Like, you'll see when I insert the pictures, it's a really cute dog, and you'll see why I was like so like fast and in a hurry to get the dog. So I'm like, oh, I have to send you $50 for you to hold the dog for me. And she said yes. I'm like, okay. And I'm just like, okay, that's strange. It's like, well, if you're gonna sell it to somebody else, just go ahead and sell it to them. Like, I don't see why you would need me to give you money before I see you or the dog. And she assured me that she just wants to make sure I come. And I'm like, okay. I could see where she was coming from. So I agreed. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna send you $50. After she get her little $50, child, she start acting real like taking forever to text back, motherfucking just one word in me. Like, I'm just like, okay, so what city are you in so I can know how long it's gonna take for me to get there. She's like, wait, where are you again? I'm like, I'm coming. I mean, I see you in this group. The group says XYZ city or XYZ county. I'm like, oh, I heard you were in like Miami-Dade County. That's what the group says. She was like, oh, Miami-Dade, yeah. Okay, so she sent me this address, child. She sent me an address that's in Alabama. As soon as she sent me the address, I put it in my map so I could see, okay, I gotta leave at this time so I could get there on this time and, not have her waiting on me. She sent me an address. The address is in goddamn Alabama. I'm like, okay, maybe I didn't type it incorrectly because, mind you, she didn't even send me a full address. She sent me like 123 Alphabet Street. And then I just put it in and I let Google Maps do the rest as far as like city, state, and zip code. Child, ended up in Alabama. I'm like, are you sure this is the right address? And then she sends me like another address that's completely different, completely like different numbers, different everything. I'm like, okay. Another red flag, right? So we got like 2 red flags right now. But I was so desperate for this dog, yo. I'm like, she's not scamming me. Why should she scam me? It's a dog. Anyway, so yeah, so she sends me the address. The second address she sends me is to an abandoned lot. I'm just like, okay, this is getting real weird. But I'm trying to follow through with it because she already got 50 of my dollars. And, I want my dog at the end of the day. So yeah, so I'm like, I just put this in Google Maps and it's like an abandoned lot. She's like, oh, well, I'm not gonna send you the exact address. I'm gonna just send you nearby because you're coming to my house. And I'm just like, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. And then, so that's the end of it. The next day come around and, so me and my brother go to this address that she sent me and stuff like that. And so I'm basically, I'm texting her. I let her know when I'm leaving and when I'll be there approximately. And she's like, okay, everything. I'm texting her. She's just saying, okay. So I get there and I'm like, I'm here. I see like some mobile homes to the left and some apartment buildings to the right. But I didn't say that. I'm like, I'm down the street. Do I go into the left community or the right community? And she says, the left community, come through the gate. I'm like, there's no gate. She's like, oh, there's no gate? I'm like, no. And she's like, oh, hold on. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, is it at the mobile home? She's like, no, it's an apartment complex. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to turn to the apartment complex. So I'm at the apartment complex. I drive in. There's like a gate, but I was able to like get through the gate. She didn't tell me nothing about a gate code. So I'm like, okay, I'm just going to get through the gate. And she was like, okay, you can come up to the building. Again, so many red flags. I don't know how I didn't like catch any of these, but you gotta understand, this is my first time being scammed on Facebook. So I didn't know. So she come in, she's like, come to the building. I'm like, okay, what's the building number? And she said like 123. And I'm like, okay, I'm at 123. And she's like, okay, come to the 4th floor. There were only 3 floors. And I know you're probably like, damn, yeah, you got scammed. You didn't see none of the red flags. I honestly didn't see none of the red flags because I just wanted to get this dog. Like, we spoke on the phone. I heard the girl's voice and everything. Like, this has to be legit. So I'm like, there's only 3 floors. She's like, oh, I'm at the 3rd one. This is so stupid. Now that I think back at this, I'm like, damn, how the fuck did I fall for this shit? But so I come to the 3rd floor. She tells me the door number. So I go stand by the door number and she's like, oh, don't knock on the door. My baby's sleeping. I'm like, okay, that's fine. So I'm standing at the door. Yo, I'm so ready to get this dog. I'm thinking of names. I'm like, oh, he's black and brown. I might name him Mocha or something, or Coco or some shit. And yeah, so I'm like thinking of names for the dog and my friend like, yeah, it's a scam, but I'm like, shit, she got my money, so I gotta like pull through. I gotta see what's gonna happen. So yeah, so I'm standing there. She's like, don't knock on the door. I'm not knocking on the door. I'm just standing at the door, just like, okay. Maybe if I stand in front of the peephole, she'll see me and she'll like open the door. And so I'm texting her, and all of a sudden she got rude out of nowhere. Out of nowhere, she's like, why the fuck you blowing me up? Ooh, why I'm blowing you up? Because you have my money. You have my money and my dog. That's why I'm blowing you up, Bookie. She's like, why you blowing me up? Didn't I say I was putting my baby down? I'm waiting. 5 minutes go by. I'm like, hey. She's like, yeah. So while I'm standing outside of her apartment door, I'm like, this is getting weird. Let me go back and look at this Facebook profile. So I go look on the Facebook profile, and it's like, it's not a lot of pictures. It's like not a lot of friends and all that stuff. And I'm trying to look on the marketplace reviews, like if she has like a marketplace profile. She doesn't have that, so she only sells in the groups. And I'm just like, this is getting weird. I knew in the back of my mind that it wasn't going through. It wasn't gonna go through. I knew that in the back of my mind, but I was just being hopeful. Like, a bitch was being naive as fuck. I'm like, no, she's gonna have the dog. Like, this is all gonna pass, and I'm gonna be like, damn, I was so stupid for thinking that. Anyway. So I'm standing there, I'm waiting for her. Every time I text her, she's being rude. She's like, what the fuck are you texting me for? Why you texting me? Why you texting me? Then I say I was coming. Then I say I was putting my baby down. I'm like, well, damn. How many babies are you putting down?
At this point, I should have just left. Anyway, but like I said, I was determined to get the dog.
Okay, I'm just going to go sit on the stairway and not stand in front of her door because those people walking by, people are looking at me. I'm just standing outside of her door. Mind you, this was like a very nice apartment complex, don't get me wrong. So I'm like, okay, I'm not just gonna stand in front of her door. I'm gonna go sit on the stairway. The second I took 2 steps away from her door, why this white man, mind you, she was a black girl. Why this white man walk right past me and open that same door? He walked right past me and opened that same door and walked in. I'm like, okay. I'm like, no, that gotta be like her man. That's her man or that's her daddy. There's no way. There's no way. Child. So I sat on the stairs and I'm waiting for her to text me back. She stopped texting me, y'all. So I'm like, okay, I'm finna go sit in the car. Maybe she feeding the baby or some shit. Maybe she getting the dog ready for me. Maybe she was like drying him off because she took him a shower or something. I don't know. So I just go sit in the car. This is so embarrassing. And she never texts me back, y'all. So after like a cool 15 minutes, I was calling her. While all this was happening, I stopped texting her and I just went straight to calling her. She stopped answering the phone call. So I go to text her. You already know. My text messages are not going through. They're not saying delivered. They turning green. My messages are turning green. Okay, I'm like, all right, shit, fuck that. Bitch, either you trying to set me up to snatch me up or you don't got a dog. I don't know. So I get back in the car, me and my brother, and so I go on Cash App and I'm like, okay, well, let me just go and request my little $50 back because you're not giving me the dog. Ooh, I'm blocked. Cash App gonna tell me, oh, this person don't want to do business with you no more. Don't want to do business with me. How she don't want to do a business with me? She already got my money. How she want to do business with me? So I'm texting her. I try to call her on another number. As soon as I said, the dog, bloop, I'm blocked. I'm blocked. So I'm sitting in this car. I'm mad as the fuck. I'm like, so she gonna just take my $50 and my dog? So I'm like, okay. So I quickly make a little, what's it called? The little fake texting app, the text now app. And so I just text the number. I'm like, hey, I got your number off of Facebook, because when she would promote these, she would put her number in it, so you could just go straight to texting her instead of doing it through the private messages on Facebook. So I go to a little text now app and I'm texting her and I'm like, hey, I got your number off of Facebook. Are you still selling that dog? And you already know what she said. What she said. You already know. She gonna say, oh yeah. Yeah, let me send you pictures of him. Let me send you videos of him. The exact same motherfucking pictures, bitch, that she sent to that text now number, the one she sent to me. I'm asking the same numbers, the same questions. She answering the same questions, the same, oh, he's this age, he's this, his mom is this, his dad is that. I'm like, I just got got. I just got got by a Facebook bitch. Okay? So I ain't get the dog, obviously. I ain't get the dog, and she kept my $50, child. Yeah, child. And I just could not let it go. Like, I was so mad over my $50. So, I contacted Cash App and reported them as a scam. And, Cash App don't give you your money back. So I had to go through my bank to get my money back, because Cash App is like, I don't know what to tell you. Basically, you can't call Cash App. You can't motherfucking email them, child. Cash App told me, child, just take that L, eat it and move on. And I wasn't going to, so I contacted my bank, and my bank got my money back. Thank you. But yeah, so I could not let it go. So I went in that same group and I made a post about her. Why people in the comments like, girl, you got dog scammed on Facebook? You ain't know about that? No, I didn't know. Oh shit. I think almost died. But I'm like, no, I didn't know people scam on Facebook. I thought I was getting a dog. People all in the comments like, yeah, she do this all the time. She do this all the time. You got to watch out for people like that. Don't give no deposits to nobody. No hairstylist, no nail tech, no waxer, no nothing. Don't give nobody no deposit. I knew I shouldn't have sent her that deposit. I could have been just like, let me just meet the dog first. But I was like really anxious for the dog. I was really like thirsting for the dog, you know what I'm saying? So that's what the fuck happened. But y'all, mind you, so I'm doing my investigation because bitch, you took my money and I'm finna investigate your ass. So I'm investigating this bitch. This bitch is in every goddamn group chat there is to have. She in Florida group chat, she in Alabama group chat, she in Georgia group chat, Texas group chat, she in everybody group chats. You know, the Facebook group, she in everybody Facebook group selling this damn dog. I'm going through the posts. I'm like, oh my God, she's here too. She's here too. She's here too. I'm going to include all of this, y'all. And I thought, and then after that, so after doing my investigation, I found an Instagram profile linked to the Facebook profile. So I go to the Instagram profile and it's this girl. Mind you, everything's going to be included, but it's this girl and she's a hairstylist and I can't remember what city and state she's in, but it was the same picture on the Instagram that was on the Facebook, but different names. So, you know, I'm on my catfish shit. I don't watch motherfucking Neve and what's that other name on catfish? Anyways, I text the girl. I'm like, hey, is this your Facebook page? If not, they're using your pictures to scam people. And the girl was like, I guess she was like taken aback. She was really startled by this. She like immediately got on the phone with me. She like, I'm gonna text you my number, call me. Mind you, I feel like the reason she wanted me to call her was because she had a lot of followers on Instagram. I don't know if she was like a hairstylist influencer. I don't know if she was a celebrity hairstylist or I don't know what she did, but I know it was like something K behind her follower account. And she, as soon as I DM'd her this, she sent me her number. She said, call me right now. And I'm like, okay. So I get on the phone with her. So this is the Instagram person that has the same picture as the girl on Facebook that scammed me and is in all these Facebook groups. So I'm like, hey, you know, I'm explaining to her. I'm like, hey, you know, I was speaking to someone on Facebook who has the same picture as your profile picture as their profile picture on Facebook, and they were trying to sell me a dog, and basically I got scammed. I gave her the whole rundown. She was like, oh, this happens all the time. I'm so sorry and stuff like that. This could have been like maybe the next day. So that happened, right? And I'm just like, hold on. This person on Instagram kind of sound like this person on Facebook. But I just could not like say 100%. I'm like 75% sure it was the same fucking person on the phone saying, oh, this happens all the time. I don't know why they use my pictures. I'm so sorry, but yeah, it's a scam. They use my picture all the time. And I'm just like, wait a minute. I had to go dig. Do you know how hard it is to find someone on Instagram, on Facebook, when one of them, like, there's no connection at all? There's no posts on Instagram that are on Facebook. And literally just by a fluke, by a mistake, I ran into this Instagram post because I scrolled all the way to the bottom of the page, and she was advertising that she does hair on this Facebook page. And it was so old. It was like you could tell it was something put together on like your notepad, like here's my number, here's my Instagram, here are my prices. And I know it was old because the prices were like $65, $75 for like braids and stuff. So I'm like, okay, let me just type this at name into Instagram, and it ended up being the same picture that was the one on Facebook. And I'm just trying to think, if somebody was texting me on Instagram saying somebody on Facebook was scamming them, I wouldn't just be so quick to drop my phone number in their DMs and say, oh, just call me, let's talk it out. So what do y'all think? Do y'all think that I caught her and she was trying to not have me blow it up because she did hair on Instagram? Or do y'all think that somebody just used her picture and her ad name years and years ago, and I accidentally ran into it, and it was all just a big misunderstanding? I don't know. But what I do know is later on, after getting scammed, I did get a beautiful baby boy dog, and his name is Deuce, and I love him so much. So I didn't need that ugly ass dog you was trying to sell me. But yes, after all that happened, you know, I made me a little post on Facebook warning everybody about the scammer. And yeah, I just went about my day and just took my L, and I got my dog later. So that basically wraps up the story about how I got scammed on Facebook, thinking I was gonna get this cute little Yorkie dog, purebred Yorkie, for $200. I ain't get the dog. But yeah, that's the end of my story time. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and show love to my other videos. And if you have a similar story, or if you have anything you want to tell me to watch out for scammers, leave it in the comment section. And also leave a blue heart in the comment section if you made it this far in the video. And yeah, y'all, get into the look. Get into the look.